Sunrise painted the sky in hues of orange and purple. Birdsong filled the air. The morning was serene, a perfect start to what seemed like another peaceful day. The colors of dawn reflected off the calm waters, creating a mesmerizing spectacle that could soothe any soul. The island was waking up slowly, with nature's symphony playing in the background. On a small island surrounded by sparkling water, Goku was farming. The island was his sanctuary, a place where he could find solace and connect with the earth. The soil was rich and fertile, perfect for growing crops that would sustain him and his family. The gentle lapping of the waves against the shore was a constant reminder of the tranquility that enveloped this place. He wiped sweat from his brow, a content smile on his face. Farming was hard work, but it was rewarding. Each seed planted, each crop harvested was a testament to his dedication and perseverance. The sun's warmth on his back and the cool breeze on his face made the laborious task almost enjoyable. It was a simple life, but it was fulfilling. After the Tournament of Power, life had settled into a peaceful rhythm. The battles and chaos of the past seemed like distant memories. The village thrived in this newfound peace, with everyone going about their daily routines. Children played in the fields, elders shared stories of old, and the community bonded over shared meals and laughter. Goku, however, still trained relentlessly, always striving to become stronger. His spirit was unyielding, driven by an insatiable desire to push his limits. Every morning before the sun fully rose, he would practice his martial arts, honing his skills and perfecting his techniques. The island's natural beauty served as the perfect backdrop for his rigorous training sessions. He knew the universe held countless threats, waiting to emerge from the shadows. The peace they enjoyed was fragile, and Goku was always on guard. The night sky, with its myriad of stars, reminded him of the vastness of the universe and the unknown dangers lurking in its depths. He couldn't afford to be complacent, not when so much was at stake. One day, a tremor shook the ground, disrupting the serene morning. The birds scattered, their song replaced by startled cries. The earth beneath Goku's feet felt unstable, as if warning of an impending disaster. The once calm waters now rippled with unease, mirroring the sudden shift in the atmosphere. Goku stopped, his eyes widening with concern. He could sense that something was terribly wrong. His instincts, honed by years of battle, screamed at him to be alert. The tranquility of the morning had been shattered, replaced by a growing sense of dread. He scanned the horizon, searching for the source of the disturbance. The air crackled with a strange energy, sinister and oppressive. It was unlike anything he had felt before, a dark force that seemed to suffocate the very life around it. The energy pulsed and throbbed, creating an eerie hum that resonated through the island. Goku's heart raced as he braced himself for what was to come. A dark cloud materialized in the sky, swirling ominously. It grew larger and darker with each passing moment, casting a shadow over the island. The once bright and cheerful morning was now cloaked in darkness. The cloud's menacing presence was a harbinger of the evil that was about to descend upon them. Goku felt a chill run down his spine. The temperature dropped suddenly, and the air became thick with tension. His breath came out in visible puffs, a stark contrast to the warmth of the morning sun. Every instinct told him to prepare for battle, to protect his home and loved ones from the approaching threat. This was no ordinary storm. Something wicked was approaching. The island's peace was about to be tested in ways they had never imagined. Goku stood firm, ready to face whatever darkness was coming their way. The tranquility they had cherished was now a distant memory, replaced by the looming shadow of an unknown enemy. From the heart of the swirling darkness, a figure emerged. Tall and imposing, he radiated an aura of immense power. His skin shimmered with an unnatural crimson hue, and his eyes glowed with malevolent intent. This was Ragnar, a warrior from a distant, forgotten realm. Banished for his insatiable lust for power, Ragnar had traveled across the cosmos, destroying countless worlds in his wake. His next target, Earth. Ragnar surveyed the planet below, a cruel smirk twisting his lips. He sensed a familiar energy, a power that rivaled his own. Goku, a worthy opponent to crush. With a thunderous voice that shook the heavens, Ragnar declared his intent. He would break Goku, conquer Earth, and claim the universe as his own. Goku met Ragnar's gaze, his own expression hardening with determination. The air between them crackled with tension, a palpable energy that seemed to distort the very fabric of reality. Both warriors knew that this confrontation was inevitable, a clash of titans that would shake the heavens and the earth. He could sense the depth of Ragnar's power, a dark and foreboding energy that seemed to have no end. It was as if Ragnar was a bottomless well of malevolence, drawing strength from the very shadows that surrounded him. Goku's instincts screamed at him to be cautious, to tread carefully in the presence of such overwhelming power. The sheer malice that poured off him in waves was almost suffocating. Ragnar's aura was a swirling vortex of darkness, a tangible force that seemed to reach out and claw at Goku's very soul. It was clear that Ragnar was not just a powerful adversary, but a malevolent force of nature. This was an enemy unlike any he had faced before. Goku had battled countless foes, each more formidable than the last, but Ragnar was different. There was a cold, calculating intelligence behind his eyes, a ruthless cunning that made him all the more dangerous. Goku knew that he would have to give everything he had to stand a chance against this formidable opponent. Without hesitation, Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan Blue, his hair glowing with an intense azure light. The transformation was instantaneous, a burst of energy that sent shockwaves rippling through the air. His power level skyrocketed and the ground beneath him cracked and splintered under the sheer force of his aura. He launched himself at Ragnar, his fist cocked back, ready to strike. The speed and ferocity of his attack were unmatched, a blur of motion that left afterimages in its wake. Goku's battle cry echoed through the air as he closed the distance between them in an instant. Ragnar caught Goku's punch with ease, a terrifying grin spreading across his face. The impact of the blow sent shockwaves through the ground, but Ragnar remained unfazed. His grip was like iron, unyielding and unbreakable. It was as if he had anticipated Goku's every move. He countered with a swift kick, sending Goku flying through the air. The force of the blow was staggering, a testament to Ragnar's incredible strength. Goku's body twisted and turned as he soared through the sky, the wind rushing past him in a deafening roar. Goku crashed into the ground, a cloud of dust erupting around him. The impact left a crater in the earth, debris flying in all directions. Pain shot through his body, but he gritted his teeth and forced himself to stand. He couldn't afford to show any weakness, not against an opponent like Ragnar. Ragnar was toying with him, testing his strength. There was a cruel amusement in his eyes, a sadistic pleasure in watching Goku struggle. It was clear that Ragnar was holding back, gauging Goku's abilities before unleashing his full power. The realization sent a chill down Goku's spine. Goku realized with growing unease that this battle would push him to his absolute limit. He had to dig deep to find a reserve of strength he didn't know he had. The fate of the world hung in the balance and he couldn't afford to fail. With a determined roar, he prepared to face Ragnar once more, ready to give everything he had in this epic showdown. News of Ragnar's arrival spread like wildfire. From across the globe, Goku's friends and allies sensed the disturbance. Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, Android 17 and 18, all felt the overwhelming power of this new threat. They gathered at Goku's side, their faces grim. They had fought alongside Goku countless times before, facing down impossible odds. But Ragnar's power was different, ancient and terrifying. Vegeta, his pride stung by the thought of a foe surpassing Goku, stepped forward. He would not stand idly by while another threatened their home. The others nodded in agreement. They would face this challenge together, united against a common enemy. Despite their combined might, Goku and his friends struggled against Ragnar's relentless assault. His attacks were brutal, his speed unmatched. He moved like a force of nature, unstoppable and devastating. Goku, battered and bruised, refused to give up. He could feel a glimmer of hope, a whisper of untapped potential within him. He had to find a way to surpass his limits, to unlock the power needed to defeat Ragnar. As if sensing Goku's desperation, a familiar voice echoed in his mind. It was Whis, the angelic attendant of Beerus, the god of destruction. Whis spoke of an ancient Saiyan legend, a power that lay dormant within Goku's very being. Whis guided Goku, revealing the secrets to unlocking this hidden power. It wasn't just about physical strength or combat skills. It was about understanding the very essence of his being. Whis taught Goku to listen to the whispers of the universe, to feel the energy that flowed through all living things. This power was not something that could be forced. It had to be embraced, nurtured, and allowed to grow naturally. It was a power born of pure instinct, a primal energy that surpassed even the might of Super Saiyan Blue. This energy was raw and untamed, like the forces of nature themselves. It was as if Goku had tapped into the very heartbeat of the planet, drawing strength from the earth, the water, and the sky. This new form was not just a transformation, it was a symbiosis with the natural world. But to control it, Goku needed to push past his limits, to embrace the raw, untamed power within. He had to train harder than ever before, pushing his body and mind to the brink. Every muscle, every fiber of his being had to be honed to perfection. He ran through forests, climbed mountains, and swam across raging rivers, each challenge bringing him closer to mastering this incredible power. Goku closed his eyes, focusing his energy. He could feel the power surging within him, like a storm waiting to be unleashed. He meditated for hours, clearing his mind of all distractions, centering himself in the present moment. the world around him faded away, leaving only the sound of his breath and the steady beat of his heart. In this state of deep concentration, he could feel the energy flowing through him, connecting him to the universe. He visualized every battle, every challenge, every near-death experience that had brought him to this moment. Each memory was a lesson, each scar a testament to his resilience. He remembered the faces of his friends and foes, the moments of triumph and despair. These memories were not just in the past, they were a part of him, shaping his journey and fueling his determination to succeed. The pain, the exhaustion, the unwavering determination, it all fueled his resolve. Every drop of sweat, every aching muscle, every moment of doubt was a step towards his goal. He embraced the struggle, knowing that it was forging him into something greater. The rain, the cold, the fatigue, they were all part of the process, each challenge a test of his willpower and endurance. With a roar that shook the very foundations of the earth, Goku unleashed his true potential. His scream echoed through the mountains, a primal cry of victory and release. The ground trembled beneath his feet, the air crackled with energy. It was as if the very elements were responding to his call, acknowledging his newfound power. This was not just a transformation, it was a rebirth, a new beginning. His hair crackled with golden energy, his eyes blazed with newfound power. He had done it. The energy radiated from him like a beacon, illuminating the world around him. His body felt light, yet filled with an immense power. He could feel the energy coursing through his veins, every cell in his body alive with this incredible force. He had reached a new level of existence, one that few could ever hope to attain. He had achieved a new level of Super Saiyan transformation. This was not just a new form, it was a testament to his journey, his struggles, and his unyielding spirit. The world seemed different now, brighter, more vibrant. He had broken through his limits, transcended his previous self, and emerged stronger than ever. This was the power of a true limit breaker. Ragnar watched Goku's transformation with a mixture of amusement and disdain. He had destroyed countless Saiyans in his time. This new form, while impressive, would not be enough to stop him. He was wrong. Goku, empowered by his newfound strength and speed, moved like a blur, his attacks landing with devastating force. Ragnar, caught off guard, found himself on the defensive for the first time. The battle raged, a whirlwind of blinding speed and earth-shattering blows. Goku and Ragnar traded punches and kicks, their attacks creating shockwaves that rippled through the very fabric of reality. Goku, fueled by his unwavering determination to protect his friends and his home, poured every ounce of his being into one final, devastating attack. The energy blast, a blinding sphere of golden light, engulfed Ragnar, consuming him entirely. When the dust settled, Ragnar was gone, vanquished by Goku's overwhelming power. The threat to Earth had been neutralized, peace restored once more. Exhausted but triumphant, Goku reverted to his base form, a tired smile spreading across his face. He had won, but the battle had taken its toll. He had pushed himself further than ever before, and in doing so, he had unlocked a power he never knew he possessed. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the battlefield, Goku gathered with his friends. They were battered and bruised, but alive. And that, Goku knew, was all that mattered. He looked at his friends, his family, and felt a surge of gratitude. They were the reason he fought, the reason he pushed himself to become stronger. He would never let them down. Goku gazed up at the sky, his eyes twinkling with determination. The universe was vast, filled with unknown dangers and challenges. But Goku was ready. He would continue to train to grow stronger, to face whatever the future held. For Goku, the journey to becoming the strongest had no end.